Hi, I'm Linda Augsburg, Editorial Content Chief for American Patchwork and Quilting. And in this Show Me How video, brought to you by Baby Lock and the Imagined Serger, I'm going to show you how to make these adorable fairy wings, butterfly wings, whatever kind of wings you need them to be. Now, of course, these are sized for a size 6 child, but I've got some tips online that also help you adapt it to any size you need. To get the instructions for this project, go to allpeoplequilt.com/showmehowwings. Let's get started. I wanted my wings to have a little more stability, so for the exterior of the wings, I bought 2.5 yards of a sheer nylon fabric with glitter accents. Then what I'm going to sandwich in between the 2 layers of fabric of the exterior of the wings is a netting. And netting is like tulle, something you'd find in a tutu, except it's much stiffer. The holes are larger. And you want to get netting and not tulle because it does have that stiffness that's going to make the wings have a little more body to them. In all, you need 2.5 yards of fabric for the exterior of the wings and 2.5 yards of fabric for the interior or the stabilization of the wings. You'll also need 2 pieces of elastic that are about 8 to 10 inches, depending on the size of wings you're making. These are going to go around the wrist of the person who's wearing it, here on the sleeves. So you want to make sure you've got enough elastic to comfortably fit around the wrist. Then you'll also need a piece of ribbon, and that's going to tie around their waist. So you want to make sure you've got enough to go around their waist and still tie in a bow. To draft your pattern, you're going to use your t-shirt or your sweatshirt as a guide. Now, if you're going to use this for a costume, use the t-shirt you're going to attach the wings to. If you're using these wings for dress up, you might not want to attach them to a garment permanently, but you still want to use something to give you the dimensions to start from. In this case, we're going to measure as we show in the diagram, and then you're going to draft your pattern. I just drew right on my first piece of fabric that I kept folded in half, just like it came on the bolt. And then I cut 1 piece of the decorative fabric. From there, I used that decorative fabric as a template, and again, aligned the fold as it came off of the bolt of fabric with the fold as the tulle or the netting and the fabric came off of the bolt, and cut another layer of the exterior and 2 layers of the netting all on the fold. So when I open them up, I've got 1 large wing. So now I've unfolded all 4 wing pieces and I'm going to layer them. So I've got the decorative fabric right side out, I've got my 2 layers of netting, and I've got the other piece of decorative fabric right side out. I am going to pin these. Now I typically don't like to pin when I'm using the serger, but with 4 layers of wiggly fabric, I want to make sure I've pinned them together. So the nice part about it is, if for some reason as you've unfolded your wings, things are not necessarily matching up perfectly, again, these fabrics have a little bit of movement to them, so it may be that there was a fold or something, you don't quite have it lined up. Remember that the serger will trim off that excess. So I'm just going to get them close and nice and flat, pin all the way around, and then the serger will take care of evening up those seams or those edges. I'm keeping my pins well outside of where the blade of the serger is going to be. I want to make sure I'm not even going to come near those pin tips. Now I'm just going to serge all 4 layers of fabric together. And remember, you can trim off anything that's extending outside, so just once you've got them lined up and pinned, just serge along that edge. So once you've serged all the way around the set of wings, you're going to attach the length of ribbon at the waistband of the person who's going to be wearing the wings. And I've just pinned those in place. You'll take a few tacking stitches just to hold it, and then they can tie a bow in the front. In addition, you'll tack those pieces of elastic up where their wrists would go. They're going to slide their wrists into that elastic loop. So again, it really helps to have the person you're going to have wearing the wings there to give you some idea of where to place the waistline ribbon and the elastics. Once you're done, you've got your own set of wings. That's all there is to it. Of course, you can take this same concept and turn it into bat wings or bug wings or whatever kind of wings you need for the kids in your life, boys or girls, or even for adults. I know some people who want to wear wings this Halloween. Again, go to allpeoplequilt.com/showmehowwings and get started to make your own set of wings. Thanks so much for joining us.